45 inches of rainfall annually. Trees, huge, beautiful trees on all sides, and a family who wants to grow food. Challenge accepted. Hey Provident gardeners, I'm Kylene and welcome to Virginia Beach. This house has been newly renovated. It's from the 70s and it's gorgeous. But what we've got behind us is the most important part of this renovation, and that is our beautiful new garden beds. And in today's video, we're going to talk about why these beds are perfect for this area. Check out these absolutely gorgeous garden beds. I love how she's used all these different shapes. This beautiful just round one. And then if you look over here, we've got this corner, and back here, these are actual little grow boxes so that she can grow things like lettuce and strawberries. This is really nice for sitting on all these edges, right? We've thought it through. And there's just a combination of all kinds of different beautiful shapes and sizes. One of the things that I really like that she did is thought through what she was going to plant. So in this one, she's planting blackberries and raspberries, which means she wanted it lower so that picking could still be easier. But this beautiful trellis is built right in. Now, in the same way, we've got built-in trellises back here in the back, where these are cattle panels that have been cut down. They are here so that she can grow her cucumbers and her tomatoes and everything. And notice the placing of this. So this is on the north side of the bed. The south is over here, which means this is where our good light is coming from. We wouldn't want this on the south side of the bed because it would shade everything in here. So she's designed this perfectly to work with what she has. And the garden, it just mimics itself, right? It's the same over here as it is over here. Beautiful, beautiful design. Now, part of the problem that we have here in Virginia Beach is there's about 45 to 49 inches of rain annually, which means if we planted our crops in the ground, they're gonna get waterlogged and soaked. But by bringing the plants up out of the ground, we allow for that drainage, which is incredibly helpful for a garden bed in this area. The other thing about Virginia Beach is we've got beautiful, beautiful trees. And so we've got trees here on the east side, on the north side, and on the west side. So we've got to have light, but she's done a great job. We've designed this so that we've got all this southern light coming in, which is perfect. But here in Virginia Beach, where it gets really hot in the summertime, the trees actually work to our advantage because it'll help shield us from some of that most intense summer heat and just make this a beautiful little microenvironment. She's done a fantastic job. Wouldn't you love to have your garden in here? But the most important thing that she's done is she's started. There's a starting place, and that's what we all need. Now they just moved in, which means what did they have a ton of? Cardboard and packing material. So here, this is the paper that everything was packed in. I lined the bottoms of each of these beds with cardboard, and when I did, because there's some crabgrass and some invasive kind of grasses under here, I made sure that I was very careful to have part of the cardboard go up the side and do everything I could do to protect anything from growing up. And there's probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 layers of cardboard in here, and then all of this beautiful packing. And then the plan is to use a whole bunch of organic matter put in here and then put some really good garden soil in here, which will give them a fantastic growing bed for many years to come. But we used what we had, and I think that's one of the really important things. Use what you have. It doesn't have to be expensive, and this is so much better than this cardboard ending up in a landfill somewhere. I'm a huge fan of raised beds because they work in so many situations, and this is one example of a time when raised beds are really important. We talked about the water, but here also you've got this landscape that has totally been established. These trees, some of them I'm sure are 40 years old, which means you have some incredible root structure in here. You've also got a really established ecosystem under the ground and all kinds of beautiful worms and fungal nets and all kinds of things already in place. And by doing the raised beds, you're not going to disturb any of that. We put the cardboard in the bottom so that all of the existing weeds wouldn't grow up through. But over time, those are going to die and the cardboard is going to disintegrate, which means that all that beneficial life that's currently in the ground right now is going to start coming up through the bottom of the garden bed, and all those worms and all of the beautiful life, and we're going to grow better fruit and vegetables. Also, in the springtime, because it gets kind of cold here, we're zone 8A here, and the beds are going to warm faster, which means that you'll be able to start producing faster. We're also able to just make it look gorgeous. Isn't this beautiful? What a beautiful place to come. You can hear in the background the leaves of the trees and the birds and all of the great things. But one of the things that we'll have to do here is protect against the squirrels, because there are a massive amount of squirrels in here and they are definitely a pest for your garden. There's also rabbits here. So we're going to have to figure out some things like that to protect this garden from the wild rabbits. But overall, it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. So what can you do to take inspiration from this garden and do something in your own garden? It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. You can repurpose wood. You can repurpose all kinds of different things. I've even seen one lady who was growing her garden in cardboard boxes. And yeah, they only last a season. But I was so impressed with her ability to take what she had and work with it. So take some inspiration from this. What can you grow in your backyard? How can you increase the amount of food that you produce with your family? Because remember, don't be afraid to get a little bit of dirt on your fingernails and turn that dirt into dinner. The best food you'll ever have comes from your own backyard. Hey, thanks for joining me in somebody else's garden.